Hello and welcome back. I'm actually getting ready to go and harvest the tree at the moment. I'm getting all my stuff together. I've got chickens to do, and on top of that I've got to actually do a few chores around here before I shoot off. Because it's not going to be a quick one. I don't actually know too much about the condition of this tree other than it's standing dead, and with that I don't even know the quality of the wood. So but it's that time where things like this, if you get an opportunity to grab a tree and you've got full permission to have it and utilize the wood, I'm going to go and get it anyway. So let's go and have a look at this particular tree. Yeah, so I actually had a wood burner put in a while back, and that was to give me a little bit more self-sufficiency. That is light, heat, and the ability to cook, without me being wholly and solely reliant on, all our utilities. But obviously, it's not actually free from the point of usage. You still have to get wood, and you ought to pay for it. You all have to have the ability to harvest it, which is increasingly hard these days because wood is now a commodity. So, like I said, I've been given the permission to get this tree, and whatever quality the wood is, I'm still going to take it and use it. Well, just out of interest, I've just got a few traps there because it's that time of year. I've been lucky and I've had possibly a clear 4 to 5 months without any of the furry friends, but I can actually see evidence, and that is, it's understandable. It's that time of year where they're looking to come in from the fields and the hedges and look for easy food. But it wasn't the furry friends that have done this, because as you can see, the humane trap's been pushed out the way and tipped over. Trap's been set off. I've had a fox that's been sniffing around here. My chickens are pretty secure in there, but in any case, it's obviously come here and had a little nose around these traps and kicked them all out the way and set them off, and it probably scared it and it went on its way. But yeah, I've got a fox that is sniffing around, but he will get bored because he can't get in at the girls. But it's just annoying because I'm in the process of trying to get the furry friends eradicated. So I'm here assembling all my tools, and I'm just going through them because I don't want to get to my location and actually leave something behind that I need and have to waste an hour driving. So I'm just going through it all. I'll let you have a quick little look. Right, I've got a small 171 Stihl chainsaw. It's pretty much an entry level chainsaw, but it does what I need it to do. I've got my tools, I've got my fuel, I've got all my services like bar oil, two-stroke oil, funnels and bits and bobs I might need to keep the chainsaw running. And over here I've got an axe, a bow saw and a few hand tools should I need them. And that's pretty much all I'll be taking with me today, and I'm hoping this will get the job done. Well, I'm at the property where the tree is, and I can see it in the fields in the distance. But I'm just making my way down the track here very carefully to get closer access. Obviously I'm in a car, so I can't go off-road, so it will mean carrying some of my tools and kit down to the actual tree. So let's get to this. Absolutely beautiful area I'll be working in today, but if you look at the clouds, we've had some rain, so I'm hoping that stays off while I'm doing this job. Yeah, so basically my trees down there that I've got, or what's left of the tree, I'm just basically, by the looks of it, just having the leftovers from it. But my car is as far up this track as I can go, and as you can see, it's all turning to mud, and there's nothing for me to actually gain any access any further than here. So I've kind of made a start here, and I'll swing you around, and you can see I've got some sizable bits of wood here to cut up. Obviously this has been damaged and the wood has rotted in some parts, but I'm clearing this part of field for my friend, and yeah, it's a win-win for both of us. But the source of the actual wood is this old tree here, and as you can see, it's pulled over a substantial part of the hedge, so that's going to have to be repaired. But this complete trunk here is beyond anything my saw can do, because it's a massive piece of wood, and it has rotted, unfortunately, this old tree from the inside out, but there is still some good wood, you know, further back into the tree. But here, as you can see, it's just gone to powder. But bringing you back to my workspace, I've got all this to get and sort out. There's a trailer here because my friend is going to whip it back to my place for me, and I do incidentally do bits and bobs of work for him, so it's kind of a mutual thing. We help each other out. So I've made a good start, and I'm going to get as much of this done as I can while the rain is holding off. Yeah, I've already got a sweat on. This is quite hard work now, so I'm going to crack on. You've got the measure of what I'm doing here, and I'll catch you guys in a moment. Well, I've got a fair bit done here. I took all this tree, all the limb or part of the tree here, totally to pieces, and I'm going to start working on that one now. But it's quite a tricky one because it's being held up here. I've got one U1 that's sat in it, and this one here is held off the ground here. So it's almost like a tripod, and then it's got big limbs inside that tripod. So I'm going to have to be very careful on that one. And yeah, so, you know, safety, take it slow, think about what I'm doing, and get this right first time. Yeah, so I'm just having a coffee in a minute, and I'll take you around to this one here I'm looking at now. And yeah, this part down here, that isn't rotted out. It might look it, but there's still plenty there. But as you can see, if I take you around, this is going to be quite a tricky one. What you've got to be careful of, if you don't get spring back on any of these limbs or anything roll over, there's a lot of weight there because that's a lot of wood, so I'm going to have to be pretty careful. So yeah, you know, obviously I've operated chainsaws for, you know, a vast majority of my life, not in a professional capacity, but that doesn't stop accidents happening, so you have to be careful. I don't hold any qualifications for operating chainsaws. This is simply me gathering this tree in for myself, and I've been given permission to do it. So obviously everything here is at my own risk. But you know, I have to say it again, whatever I'm doing here you see me do, you know, I'm not qualified, and I'm definitely not promoting what I'm doing. I'm just doing this because, as I always say, this is simply me just showing you a little bit of what I get up to. But you know, if you want something done properly and by the correct procedures, go and get a professional to do it. And without fail, we've got more rain and drizzle, and you know, it's actually coming down quite heavy now, just rolling straight in off the Atlantic. I'm not too far from the coast here, incidentally, so you know, if there is any hint of the wet stuff, we feel it first here. Yeah, the one good thing about my car is, for surfing and actually working, I do have a hatchback which comes right up and provides me with a kind of roof system, so I can get in underneath like this and shelter from the rain. I'm doing it at the moment. As you can see, it's absolutely coming down. It is absolutely peeing down. I'm just going to wait for this one to pass and I'll crack on. You know, there's no point working when things are getting really slippery down there, so I'm just going to let this storm ride over and then crack on. So yeah, just touching on the fact how I come about this tree, because like I said, wood is a commodity these days. I do occasional work for a very good friend, and it's basically agricultural kind of groundworks. Basically, I'm a labourer, a shovel man if he's in his mechanical equipment like diggers, swing shovels and things like that, and I do a little bit of driving of the tractors and trailers and things like that. So yeah, we're really good friends, been good friends since 12 years old. We're both 52, and yeah, like I said, we both help each other out, and you know, long may that continue. And this is just one way, I suppose. He's just said, hey, I've got a tree down there, you want it, get rid of it. And you know, helped me out, and I've helped him out by clearing out that field, you know, getting it clear. So, and there'll be some wood left over for him, so you know, that's win-win for everybody. And I suppose in this modern world that kind of philosophy's disappeared a little bit, but yeah, trying to hold on to it a little bit in my little circle, and I've got a very small circle, but I'm trying to hold on to that philosophy, because you never know when you might need a bit of help. A lot of this wood has really nice colours in the heart, and yeah, some of it is a little bit rotten and there's a bit of punk wood, but a lot of it is really good solid wood and will get me through the winter and possibly next year as well. Yeah, I'm going to crack on with this. I'm going to put my phone down and concentrate on this. It's going to take a bit of effort and thought and a bit of care, so I'll catch you guys in a moment. Right, I've actually harvested the quantity I was told I could have, which was a trailer level load full here, which you can see, and there's still plenty down there. There's a load of it that needs tidying up, but that's a job for another day. My chainsaw, the throttle linkage is gone, so I've got to sort that out, but I have harvested what I wanted, and that's a good trailer load full there, so I'm more than happy. But yeah, as you can see, this bad boy down here, there's still a lot to take from this one. You know what I mean? Still a lot. I managed to get the one that was over the top in a U-bend on this one taken away. And you can see the elbow there that came down and went back up over. I took the top bit off there and the overhang here. So the bit that was hanging is gone. So this isn't quite such a dangerous job, even though it looks like you've got this branch here. You're just going to have to be careful when you take it off, you don't get no roll back or spring back. But that's a job for another day. But yeah, for me, I got my trailer load. I got to get my kit to my car up there. And then it's a school run. I've got to get that done. So yeah, I'm always against the clock. So I've packed everything away in the car. I'm pretty much done here. Like I've shown you, I've got that trailer load sorted. There's enough left there for at least another trailer and a half, maybe 2 trailer loads there with that big trunk there. But boy, I'm beat. And I'm going to find somewhere to grab a quick can of drink on the way home to rehydrate. I am soaking wet with sweat and it's been raining, but it doesn't stop here. On the way home, that's going to be dropped off at mine, and I'll have to get that back into the wood shed to start drying. So yeah, this is only really half the job done, but I'm feeling beat already. Well, I managed to sort my chainsaw out. It was just the throttle linkage after I dropped it on its handle. It had popped out. I bent it back into shape, put it back into the loop in the trigger, and off it went. On top of that, the wood isn't coming tonight because my friend has got waylaid on a job. So, you know, that's normal for him. He's a real workaholic. But getting back to the point of the woodshed in here, I'm going to have to sort it all out to get that wood in and get it drying. And I hope you enjoyed just seeing a little bit of what it takes to harvest a tree, and or how I harvest a tree. So yeah, this is Andy. All the best, and I hope to catch you out on the trail, and take care.